from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Both teams riding 2-0 starts here. We'll get the turkey and move to 3-0 as week 3 gets underway. Here's a return from the 7. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Running for the first time with a Tennessee rookie. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Looking to throw here. That's incomplete left side. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He put everything he's got behind it. That's complete inside the 35. They rip up a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. They've got a man in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. He finds Tigger Cockrell for the grab. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down just inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. Firing quickly as Penix complete. And they will catch up to him. Just a second before he could reach that 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
They've got first down here from the 36. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he drives that flight backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Penix. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he has this down to the 34. Gain of 26 yards there. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Throwing now on first down, Penix. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap, but get to Robinson. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Make him 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run a draw with Robinson. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. It's the defense all over this one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one. Softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Penix working from the gun. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
3rd down, it's Penix. That's caught for the first. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. Splits the uprights. And the Falcons respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
At their own 38-yard line.
This is our last play of the quarter. Working on first down. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. He's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll have it 2nd and 8. It's caught left side by Hill. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. He's going to throw it. On the move, headed right. Next with Ibuka over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. They're throwing it. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, it really break the backs of the defense.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. They send a receiver in motion right. Ball is caught. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Goal to go. It's a pass play. Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Second and goal, they're going to throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. And And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Might have a goal line stand brewing here. The offense just needed a yard. 3rd and goal.
19 Tiger.
Now they send their back in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down. And the defender comes away with it. Jabril Peppers with the pick.
Well, they're in danger going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. Catch is made down the right sideline. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line.
10 yards. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hawk 70.
1st and 10 around to Robinson. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Penix here from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
3 yards to go.
To the air with Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The members tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing. Because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it. 4th and 3. Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it. 4th and 3.
Here we go.
trying for it with Penix. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That is Lewis seen. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really, it just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
First down from the 42. Man in motion here.
19, 18. Trap 60, trap 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. Cut 19, cut 19.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's gonna send it back to the line for second.
I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 19, Pioneer.
They send a man in motion. Another throw here on second down. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Let's go. Warriors 70. Buffalo 18.
They're going to throw out of the gun. Looking for an open man. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just caught.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19. Got it, we got it. Ready?
Throwing from the gun here. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they're left facing a fourth down.
Onto the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10.
Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal, 69. Check go.
Play fake. Penix. Completed over the middle. Has some daylight through the 40. And he gets this down near the 30.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain, turn it into an explosive play.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Penix now on first down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Going deep here for the end zone. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Penix is going to throw again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up 4th and long. The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Not quite far enough, and no good. It's off the crossbar and out. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
That fooled me. He had it on line. That wasn't the issue. Just didn't have the leg he needed. And the ball goes the wrong way as he's denied by the crossbar.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Racing down the left side. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the 1st down.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Putting a receiver in motion. Rolling back, it's the handoff. They'll cobble together a yard there. Tackled there by James Pierce. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now. They could be the big gains of next week.
Dropping back to throw. Trying for the deep ball. That's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they're just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Motioning right is Egbuka. Throw here, 3rd down. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, but throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
One last play before the break. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. McLeod now returning it. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Street. 19, Tiger. 19, right. Trap 60. Panther 11. Check out.
From the shotgun, Penix. He puts some juice on it deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
The 41-yard line.
Big alert. Go.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 41-yard line.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Go. 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates.
Penix now to throw. His back, it's Robinson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Working quickly here.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Cougar 19. Warrior 70.
Penix on 3rd down. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons find the end zone for 6. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the upright. And they'll take the lead.
Makes the score Falcons 14. Buccaneers 13.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. He fields it from the 8. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33.
First and 10 at their own
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 18, Pioneer. Dragon 60.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And this one is launched downfield. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw, swatted away by the defense.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two, it could have gone the other way.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. And send a receiver left. They'll throw on 2nd and 10. It's his running back. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. This finds its target. That's Hill. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. 1st down from the 42. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
79 Broncos. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 7 Pirates. 7 Panthers.
Back to throw. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
Wow, certainly found a weak spot in coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Let's go. 72. Back to 60. Back to 60. Check smash. 19. 18. Pioneer. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 Lion. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Second and 3 now.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 70 ring. Dragon 60. Warrior 70. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Man in motion out of the slot. 2nd down, looking for options. Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3.
Cowboy 80. Trap 60. Trap 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let's go.
I'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
A 27-yard attempt.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense and try and protect it.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. McLeod now, returning it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Hawkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Quick throw outside, and they might throw this again. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Buccaneer tap it as he records the first interception of his young career.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Bucks to the line. First and 10.
Sack. Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Now come out throwing. Gets it to him on the screen. We'll have a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. That was Xavier Watts getting in there defensively.
It's second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Let's go now. Drop ball 80.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Buccaneers football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on for one final quarter.
Ready up.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Liking 18.
Right side, this is Ibuka. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Okay, ready up.
Falcons going nickel. Third down.
19 tight. Ready. Hawk 7, Hawk 7, Dragon 60. 18, 5 here.
Back to throw. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face fourth and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
They're going to try to throw for it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make the play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
On first down, they'll run. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. 72-yard run. It's 2nd and 8.
Hit it, Buffalo 18, 70 Lions. Warriors 70, Cup 19, Cup 79 Broncos. Hey, coach the most.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Buying some time right. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Go! 19 Tiger, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Slot man's in motion right. Back to throw it. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And 4th and 4 coming up.
A 22-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, the field goal won't cost him the lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely, probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Here we go. Bronco 80.
On 1st down, here's Penix. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They strike for 23 yards. And that is good enough for Atlanta. 1st down. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Let's go now.
Firing quickly is Penix. Complete. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Go street. Rig alert. 70 Lions. Fresno.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons trailing by 5. Second and 10. Need something positive here.
18 Cardinal.
Quickly out to the right. Complete. And they hit big there on that 2nd down. Let's see if this play holds up or not, though. We've got a penalty flag down. He'll look to throw it. That one was incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
18 down. 60 down. 70 Lions.
Now to throw. Completed to his running back. On the move, spins away. He's got some room. There he goes, right sideline. All the way, and that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons jump in front late. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The extra point wouldn't do much for them, so they're going to go for two and try to make this a field goal game.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal.
19. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 2nd down. Receiver in motion, going left. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one, where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Panther 11. 79 Broncos. 65. 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60.
Looking to throw it. Trying to push deep downfield. This is brought in at the 15. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go.
Alert!
He tries to sneak it, and they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that 1st down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Bengals still at the 3 as they get set for second and goal.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Get up.
They give it to him up the middle. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
They go to him again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. That one is good. And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cut 18, right here. Buffalo 18. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Take over.
Here he is to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him in the field goal range. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
At the 26-yard line.
Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either.
70 Lions.
Setting up to pass. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. So they let first down stand since it worked out well for them. The penalty declined. That brings up second and 10. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.
right from the back, posted in the act. Got to hit the club, we've been mobbing all day. On some Jono, VIP stats. Look around the club, what do I say? Everybody rocking side to side to the beat. Snapping their fingers, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves, that's the new move. Where I'm from, we like to go dumb. I'm soaking up the game, I'm seeing how it's done. I ain't shorty what they call it. She said the pool palace, straight from Bankhead. I said you're good at it. What you do, you and your crew. They even got players and thugs doing it too. The more that the more it's looking smooth. It's nothing to a boss. I can two.
Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey,
chillin' in the bill. Yeah, we getting bottles in again. Up the, put it in the air. I'm throwing up the, let them know we in here. Yeah, brand new shoes, brand new. The old school, cause I'm feeling real cool. Yeah, I'm from the A, so I'm leaning and rocking. Snapping my fingers, then reaching for my repping my block. Straight from the deck. When you snap your fingers, shout it, gotta jerk your neck. On the best, we don't that mess. I bet you can't do it like this. Yeah, I'm back to the track, back